Some days you feel confident, clear, focused, almost powerful. And then the next morning, you wake up feeling like someone else entirely. Your opinions change. Your energy changes. Even your personality feels unstable. You start wondering which version of you is the real one. And the strange part is, every version feels real while you're inside it. So why does your mind keep shifting like this? And why does it feel impossible to stay consistent with yourself? Problem deep dive. You tell yourself you'll become disciplined. You make plans. You organize your thoughts. You imagine a different future. But then another day comes. And suddenly none of it feels important anymore. The motivation disappears, almost overnight. You look at your old goals like they belonged to another person.
Stop asking, "Who am I today?" Instead, ask, "What state is influencing me right now?" This small shift creates psychological distance. In cognitive behavioral psychology, this is called cognitive diffusion. You stop fully merging with temporary emotions. Instead of, "I am lazy," your brain learns to say, "I am currently in a low energy state." That distinction matters. Because identity-based thinking creates permanence. State-based thinking creates flexibility without panic. Example: you wake up feeling emotionally numb. Instead of rewriting your entire life story, you recognize, "My nervous system is depleted today." That reduces emotional overreaction. 2. Build identity from values, not moods. Moods change quickly. Values change slowly. Your emotions are weather. Your values are direction. Acceptance and commitment therapy focuses heavily on this idea. Because people who build identity around feelings become unstable when feelings shift. But values remain available across emotional states. Example: you may not always feel motivated to create. But if creativity is...
Reduce state-switching triggers. Your brain was never designed for non-stop emotional input. But modern life constantly changes your internal state. One notification changes your mood. One video changes your self-esteem. One memory changes your entire day. Your nervous system becomes overstimulated, and overstimulation weakens identity coherence. That's why emotional regulation often improves when people reduce excessive scrolling, chaotic sleep schedules, constant comparison, overstimulation at night. Example: if you spend 2 hours consuming emotionally intense content before sleep, your brain enters fragmented emotional states overnight. The next morning feels psychologically disconnected, not because you changed, because your nervous system never stabilized. 4. Create anchor behaviors. Anchor behaviors are small, repeated actions that remind your brain who you are beyond emotion. This works through neural reinforcement. Repeated behaviors strengthen stable self-perception. Visual: person quietly making tea in morning sunlight. The action itself can be small: journaling for 5 minutes,
walking every morning, reading before bed. The goal is not productivity. The goal is identity continuity. Example: even on emotionally chaotic days, a simple routine signals to your brain there is still a stable self underneath this mood. And over time, your brain begins trusting that stability again.
Stop chasing a perfectly consistent self. No psychologically healthy person feels identical every day. Human beings are dynamic systems, not machines. The goal is not emotional sameness. The goal is integration. Fragmented shapes slowly forming one image. Integration means learning how different parts of you can exist together without fighting for control. You can be confident and insecure, driven and exhausted, social and withdrawn. Contradictions do not mean your identity is fake. They mean your mind is human. Integration. Maybe the real problem was never that you kept changing. Maybe the problem was believing you were supposed to stay emotionally identical all the time. Your mind is more like an ocean than a statue.